Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the week of July 20th. This week, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So all you have to do is subscribe and hit the bell notification icon, and you will catch me live. I wanted to clarify this. So let's see what is going on for you here. I feel like some of you could be... This is a weird in-between time, Libra, is what I feel like saying to you here. So let's keep this going before I open my mouth. Yeah, I feel like you're like ending a cycle here for some of you. Definitely could be ending a cycle in love. This is like some sort of back and forth with a person, is what I would say to you, Libra. So again, if you're thinking about someone from the past, I feel like there could be a weird, like, kind of like back and forth type of situation. Again, we're going to clarify this at the end to get more information. But you start off with this squirrel spirit here. It says, believe in yourself. And this card here says, love is all around you. What do you know? I felt like I needed to clarify the squirrel spirit card. So I feel like you need to realize that there are a lot of options available to you. You have the Five of Pentacles here, which is like feeling left out in the cold. I feel like some of you could be feeling left out or feeling stuck in a past relationship, or feeling left out in the cold in a past relationship. And I feel like some of you, this is not going to be true for all of you again, but for some of you, I feel like you're going back and forth between like saying I would take them back and also I'm not going to take them back with this Judgment card for some reason. I think it's because it's like you go from the Five of Pentacles here to the Hermit, and you know, that can kind of say to me that it's like someone left you out in the cold, but it's like the Hermit is gaining an inner understanding. It's almost like you're gaining your own inner strength here, Libra. It's like part of you is saying like, oh, I would go back to this person, but then you're like, wait a minute, they did this, this, and this, you know? It's like with the Hermit. And then you have the Star. This is amazing here, Libra. But it's like, you know, he has the Star here in his lantern. And it's like, finally, you let the Star out with that Star card. I feel like you're finding, it's almost like you're finding someone who truly values you. And that's like your focus. So I like that. In this first row here, you have the Fool, the Judgment card, and the Five of Pentacles. I feel like some of you are getting ready to take some sort of leap of faith with that Fool card. That Judgment card is a revelation. You know, that's a card of like finally understanding what you have to do in your life in general. So I feel like for some of you, you're feeling a very strong inner calling in work or business or other areas of your life. And that Fool card says you're ready. So I feel like you're just ready for a journey with that Fool card here. This Five of Pentacles, I feel like could just be some like lingering, you know, things going on in your life. You know, I feel like it could just be some sadness. I feel like everybody else, I feel like maybe the Fool is saying you have good days, you have bad days, but I feel like you're becoming more confident. He is looking up at the sky here, Libra, and that kind of represents his confidence. It represents the fact that he's going to start his journey regardless of what's going on around him. And it says that he's extremely confident. So I feel like you're just starting a new journey. And here you go. You have the Action card next here, Libra. So I feel like you're ready to take action. You have the Hangman, the Hermit, and the Eight of Swords. This is like saying, I feel like this is saying you are done being stuck. I mean, you know, like I think a lot of readers would look at this as a very stuck energy, right? Because of the Hangman and the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, self-imposed restriction. That Hangman is like a sacrifice is what I feel for you. It's like maybe you've been making sacrifices. Maybe you feel like you've been sacrificing yourself for certain things. But it is also a card of enlightenment and kind of like gaining information. You have a lot of cards here that would actually represent kind of like enlightenment. The Judgment card can represent, you know, becoming aware of something, and the Hangman, enlightenment. But this is like feeling like maybe you're not ready to start this journey. But the Fool says, you know, I say, the Fool has this tiny little sack. That's all he's bringing on his journey. It kind of represents the fact that he has everything he needs right between his two ears to go on a journey to start something new. So I feel like you need to realize that you are ready For some of you, I feel like you could be dealing with a Pisces or Virgo as well, but it kind of feels like a little bit stuck, like maybe it's not moving forwards or backwards. I feel like there will be progress next week, or like, as we move into next week here with this last row. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the Hermit, if you have been experiencing delays, the Hermit kind of says that maybe you've been going through like a dark night of the soul. Maybe you've been doing some soul searching. Maybe you've been searching for some inner answers. And it's like he has finally found the inner guidance. Like I said, he has this star in his lantern. And again, the crazy thing is you have the star right here. So I feel like in a lot of ways, it's like you're ready to shine your inner light. Next, you have the round and round card. This question is kind of like, this card is kind of like an open-ended question. It kind of says, do you want to continue a cycle, or do you want to have some sort of new experience in your life? This could represent going round and round with a person, or it could just represent certain cycles that you are reliving in your life here. And I feel like you see that you want to end something with this Four of Wands, actually. And some of you might be saying, the Four of Wands does not represent an ending. Well, yeah, that's correct, but it's a finish line. This right here kind of represents a finish line. These people are celebrating on the other side of this Four of Wands, but it's like you're on this side of the Four of Wands. Four of Wands represents a pause. It represents a time where there could have been a pause as well. It kind of looks like a pause symbol on that card. And I feel like some of you are kind of like seeing that there could be something better. It's like you're realizing that the grass is greener on the other side of something here. So I feel like you're getting ready to end a cycle. The star card says, before the star is like, it represents the fool's journey. And it says like, you have gone through the tower and the devil before the star. It's like you've gone through this challenging energy. And it's like you realize that there is something better. This card of hope, faith, renewal, standing out, shining your inner light. And that's kind of what I feel like you're doing. I feel like you're getting ready for some kind of like adventure. I feel like you're getting ready for more fun in your life. I feel like you're getting ready for something more exciting with this Page of Wands. Page of Wands is kind of like, untapped potential is what's popping into my head. That's not 100% accurate, but I read intuitively. There are pyramids on this card. There are also pyramids on the Knight of Wands as well. And it kind of represents this like mystery and adventure and like spontaneous energy, being able to kind of go on an adventure. So it's kind of interesting because, again, Gemini's reading was very much about like adventure and going on adventures, traveling, things like that. So I think there's a lot of adventure and excitement in your reading. Between the Fool, what do you know? Between the Fool and the Hangman, you have the Nine of Hearts. This is called the Rider, and it's kind of like a knight, and it's a card of like wish fulfillment, good news coming in, but it can also represent adventure, exactly what I was just talking about. For some of you, I do feel like this could be a Pisces coming towards you. It's really weird. You've been getting Pisces in your readings for quite a long time, Libra. And so I feel like for some of you, it could be a Pisces who's coming in for you. It doesn't have to be. It could be any sign, but, I feel like there were some delays in a love situation. Between the Judgment card here and the Hermit, you have the Ten of Hearts. It's a card of loyalty. It's called the Dog. So I feel like for some of you, by the way, just a little side message here. I don't really feel this coming up here, but I would say if someone's coming back from the past, I feel like they're coming back with a lot of promises, a lot of, saying, I'm going to be loyal to you. I'm going to be like blah, 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 right? All that stuff. The star to me is saying, put your money where your mouth is. So again, if someone's coming back from the past here, Libra, I would be like, okay, prove it, is what I'd say to you. It's kind of interesting. It's like the Hermit, he has a star inside this lantern. It's like, I feel like you're saying to someone here, if someone's trying to come back from the past, I feel like you're saying, okay, well, prove it. And it's like you're holding up your inner light. You're like saying, I'm not going to fully invest in you until you prove it. And it's like the star is, fully opened up. So it's like, I feel like you could be not 100% opening up to a person at this time. It's like you're being a little bit protective with that star card. To me, the Ten of Hearts is an amazing card for dating. So again, if you're looking for love, you could be getting out there. The one thing I will say is, again, if you're getting into a new relationship, I always, people, I totally understand not wanting to get hurt, Libra. So I just want you to know that. But, I always tell people it's like we have to open up in new love. People always tell me how closed off they're going to be in a new relationship. And I always say, well, how is that fair to the new person who's never done anything to you? I understand like not wanting to get hurt. But at the same time, it's like if we stay closed off in a new relationship, that person doesn't get us. They don't get the real us. So it's like we're starting a relationship on a false premise. So I always tell people, it's okay to protect yourself, but try to open up in a new relationship. Like give that person a chance. Between the Five of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, you have the Fox. This is a card of trickery. So I do feel like for some of you, again, like I was just saying, this right down here could be somebody who hurt you from the past. So it's like maybe you're having a hard time opening up in new relationships. Maybe you're having a hard time opening up to a new person. But like I said, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how we look at it, it's like we have to open up to a new person. We have to risk getting hurt. I always tell people like it sucks. Like I totally get it. It sucks to be broken up with. It sucks to have your heart broken. But thinking back on my past relationships and breakups, some major improvement has always come into my life after a breakup. I've always used that time as motivation. And I feel like that's how you should look at it here, Libra. Between the Hangman and the Four of Wands, what do you know? You have the Sun, so much hope, good news, happiness. This is like a card of success as well. So for some of you, definitely could be marriage. Four of Wands can represent marriage. So this could be marriage coming in the future. Between the Hermit and the Star, yeah, you have the Nine of Diamonds. This is called the Coffin. It's kind of like, it's a card of death. The coffin door is closed on this card. So this could say that you are closing the door. How weird is this? You have the Judgment card. It's like people coming out of the coffins, right? The Nine of Diamonds says you need to get out of the coffin. It's a card that says you need to open up to a new life. So for some of you, I feel like this is about you closing the door on the past. Kind of like I said at the beginning of the reading. For others who are not interested in love, by the way, again, we're going to talk about this in a minute, but this is a very good financial reading. So I feel like there could be a lot of positive financial things going on for you. Between the Eight of Swords and the Page of Wands, you have the Bouquet. This is a card of like a gift or someone kind of like offering you something. So I do feel like this could just be saying that there's new love coming in here, and I feel like it could be somebody who comes bearing gifts. How nice is that? I would accept the gifts, Libra. All right, your outcome for the top row here is the Tower. The Tower in the Lenormand is not like the Tower in the Tarot. It's just a card of guidance. It can be a card of isolation as well. And again, this diagonal here is very isolated. The Fox, the Nine of Diamonds, and the Tower. It's like saying you could be isolating yourself or not opening up in love with this top row as well. The Rider, the Sun, and the Tower. So I feel like this is saying, like, try, if you're looking for new love, I would try to open up a little bit. In this middle row here, you have the Anima card. This is the Ace of Swords, or the Ace of Spades here, Libra. Can definitely represent a difficult person or dealing with like a tricky person as well. So again, someone from the past could have really hurt you. So, again, protect yourself from that. To me, the Ace of Spades in the playing card reading system is a card of kind of existing problems being resolved. So I do feel like some of you could be still overcoming some difficulties there. And in your bottom row, what do you know? You have the Stork. This is the Queen of Hearts. Like a very kind, caring, nurturing energy for you there, Libra. So I feel like there's a lot of improvements, happiness, love coming in for you. But I feel like you just have to be a little bit more open to it, is what I would say. Yeah, you have the Child, the Queen of Wands. Yeah, I would be careful of being seduced by someone who was immature in your past, or I would be careful of anybody with immature behavior. Seven of Clubs, I feel like it'll just lead to a slowdown. I want to ask about, excuse me, I want to ask about someone new coming in. You have the Jack of Clubs, could be a fire sign. King of Diamonds, yep. I feel like if you're looking for love, that someone new is going to be your soulmate. It could be a fire sign, or it could be a water sign as well with the fish. Could also be an earth sign. So again, it could be any sign, really. This is just a general reading. But I feel like that there's someone new coming in for you in love. Even that Page of Wands, you know, it could be a new fire sign coming in for you. But I feel like the fish card here, the King of Diamonds, is a card of your soulmate, someone that you will be with forever. So I would open up to someone new. Here is what I'd say to you. For those of you not interested in love, this to me is like some sort of wish coming in for you. You have this Nine of Hearts, which is kind of like the Nine of Cups, like a wish fulfillment. You have the Star, the Four of Wands, the Ace of Diamonds, really good card, the Sun. You have the Ten of Hearts as well, which is like fortune after difficulty. So this is a very, very nice reading for the most part. I would encourage you to take action on something that you're thinking about doing. The Judgment card is like saying you are feeling pulled in a direction. I feel like people could be encouraging you even to do something. This could be something that makes you famous with a star. It could just be something that makes you stand out in some way, like in work or business or something along those lines. But this looks very good, Libra. So I love it. So thank you for watching and definitely enjoy your week.